Welcome to Beloved Blackness. This is the 10th week that I've been sharing my thoughts around how to recapture our sense of belovedness as people of African descent. I'm Dr. B. I want to touch on something that I talked about last week. I had a good friend who inquired about the post around self-care and being cautious around how much we can re-traumatize ourselves when we post about one other incident of violence, brutality, indignity towards us as Black people in this society and in this world. And so I have a few thoughts about that. So you remember I described that one of the effects of psychic terrorism is this feeling of helplessness, even hopelessness, feeling as if, hey, I can't do anything in response to this. It's just so much. Well, we can continue to be impacted in that way if we use social media to talk about all those different horrific things that are continuing to happen to us without thinking about where's our agency in this. So my first suggestion would be, if you would like to post, so the first suggestion is try to minimize those kinds of posts and start increasing posts about what we're doing in the Black community that is about us, for us, in a response to us showing that we love, value, see ourselves as dignified people. So start to have more posts just about what we're doing in our community and how we're responding to ourselves and to our community. So that's one piece. The other piece is, if you want to responsibly post about some indignity, some violent act, some racial aggression, or even something that could even be about microaggressions, then to also research before you post, what are people in the Black community doing in response to that particular situation? Okay, so if there's something where I'm thinking about a recent post I read about a white teacher asking the Black kids to pick cotton as part of her history lesson. Find out what are the Black parents or the Black community doing in response to that particular indignity. All right. And then post about that. So you can write about it in your post, or you can post another article about it, but be informed around how we are not choosing to be helpless. Because that's also important as well, because our ancestors, we fought back. All right. And so there were times that the enslaver would do things to us, and we found creative ways, whether it was chopping up glass and putting in our food when we were enslaved and having to live inside of the enslaver's house. So we've always been thoughtful and strategic and subversive about how we fight back. So let's be intentional about finding ways to be subversive and strategic, fight back, own our voice, so that we don't buy into the feeling of helplessness that often can be there when we're constantly barraged by the attacks, the anti-Black attacks that we have to deal with on a daily basis. All right, until next week.